Hi everyone, my name is Lily. I'm starting to do my budgets for March. Starts tomorrow. Today's the 28th for me. It's crazy to believe that we're already 2 months in. So I'm going to start out by writing my estimated income. I might have to switch pens. This one was giving me problems. I'm going to start with my husband's because his is quite easy. March is a 5-week month, which I love. So he's gonna get $2,610, give or take. These are low estimates typically. Try to go with the lowest estimate for income that I can. Now we're gonna do mine. I'm gonna get a calculator real quick for that one. Because I do benefits with my job, and my income can change quite a bit based on that. So I'll be right back. Alright. So I got my calculator out, turn it on. I got this randomly from Amazon. So I make roughly, I'm gonna work 4 days a week for a little while. Our area is slow, so 4 times 8, 32 hours, times the hourly, so 584. Before tax and benefits and all that. My benefits are minus about 160 a week, give or take. So you're gonna minus 160. That leaves us with 424. And then we're gonna times that by 0.83, give or take for tax. And mine will end up at about 350. And I always round down for income. I'll round up for bills. So that way any communications for math will be all in the positive, not the negative. So we got 5 weeks of that. Didn't need a calculator for my husband's because his, I estimate the same every month. Mine is a bit different. So 350 times 5 is about 1750. So in total, we're looking at plus 2,610. We're looking at about $4,360 divided by 5 weeks. And then for myself, I like to do the weekly since that's how often I do our budget. So 522 plus 350 is about 870. I'm always rounding down when I do stuff, never rounding up. So that's roughly what we're looking at for income. Now we're gonna go ahead and look at our bills. I got a kind of a cheat sheet over here I'm gonna take a look at. So I was doing a lot yesterday trying to figure out how much we're gonna be screwed this month. So let me see here. So our total bills, which I'll break down later. I'm gonna do purple for bills. Is approximately $3,000 a month. And I'm trying to get that quite a bit lower because we have a lot of credit cards to pay off. But that's roughly what we'll be paying in bills this month. So we'll be looking at how we plan on doing that. which for cash stuffing purposes, we'll take 3,000 divided by, usually we do 4 weeks, so 750. So that won't leave us with a whole lot of money left over. So I'm gonna write that anyway. I'm gonna put a parentheses 4 for the 4 weeks, and then I'm gonna do the same math, but with 5 weeks, since we do technically have 5 weeks in the month, so I can get away with that this month. So it'll be 600, give or take, for cash stuffing. Once I go look at my other expenses, then I'll get to kind of look into which of these options I'm gonna go with. I wanna do the 4-week option, because that'll allow us to put some money aside for the next month of bills and kind of build up slowly a month of bills ahead, which is one of my goals. So now I have this orange pen I'm gonna use for the rest of this. I'm definitely gonna need more than this sheet for bills. So I'm gonna put, there's a few different categories for them. So I'm gonna start off. We have regular bills, and these ones for me are just ones that I can't do anything about. I can't change in any way. They're just, they are what they are for me. So we're gonna have our mortgage, and then we'll have our internet, and then we'll have my car payments, and after that we'll have my husband's credit card, and then I have a care credit card which may be getting paid off, so we'll see if we even need to do this one. Then we have our, let me see here. I'm looking at the wrong page. Then we have our side-by-side. So that should be it. I'm gonna create kind of a little table here to separate, make it all look clean. So then I have our total down here. So our mortgage doesn't change. It is $634.19. Then our internet is $60. My car payment is $320. My husband's credit card is $420. And then the care credit is $31. The side by side is about $298, give or take. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all the math for it. I might speed past this part, but $634.19 plus 60 plus 320 plus 420 plus 31 plus 298. It's 1,763. I'm just gonna round it up to 1764 for now. We'll do, when I do the cash breakdown, we'll sum it up based on each bill alone. So that might go up. And then regular bills is that. And then we'll have, I don't know how I want to label this. Essentially, there are some other bills that are normal, but I'm paying them with credit cards to allow us to, while I'm working 4 days, still get by. So I'm gonna call it for now. For now, bills. So the way I'm gonna lay this out is I'm gonna lay it out by how I'm paying it. So let me see here. There it is. So I have a credit card through Apple. I'm gonna pay $435 towards it, but with an asterisk of 35 is from Apple's savings account that I have. And this also covers phone bill. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm paying certain bills with a credit card and then combining the payments for the bill and the credit card. So that way I'm paying off the interest and I'm paying off the bill, but I'm not really paying anything towards that debt until I am able to. That $35 is from paying my phone bill with this, because with this one I get, I think, 3% back, so it's like $11 a month back on my phone bill, which saves us a good amount of money. So next up will be my Chase card. And that is gonna get $272.24. Now this one is also coming from a different account that's not included in any of this. So these ones are only gonna get cashed out for a certain portion of it. So I'm gonna write that portion over here. So this one's 400 that we're stuffing. This one's gonna be 0 that we're stuffing, because this one's already covered. So $272.24 from SoFi account. And that pays for covers city and gas. These two bills usually end up at about $200 and some odd, so I know that $272 is going to cover it. Plus this doesn't have any interest on this card, so any extra will just go towards paying off the balance. Next up is my Capital One card. That is $450. And that also covers insurance. And that we will be stuffing all of, yes, all of it. So that will be $450. That will be cash stuffing for that. Now, these will all technically pay my bills for the following month, because this month of March is already covered. So this will technically pay for April's bills. So all of this money is going to be used in April, not in March. So I've already dealt with March's finances. So with that being said, I'm gonna write a total bills. I'm gonna calculate those numbers, just the cash stuffing ones. So we're gonna go 1764 plus 400 plus 450. That gives us a total of, we're gonna go 2,615. Again, rounding up always. So with that being said, I know that if I do 2,615 divided by, I would feel like I'm missing a lot of it. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. So I'm gonna add 68 to that. I'm just gonna add my Discover card because I did not put that in here. Two, 6, 1, 5 plus 68. So I'm gonna scratch that out. It's 2, 6, 8, 3. If you're looking for somebody that's aesthetically pleasing, it's not gonna happen here. At least not yet, because I'm a mess. So once I got that number, I'm gonna divide it by the 4 weeks. And that gives us 670 here, which is amazing. So with that being said, I'm gonna flip to the next page and we'll start kind of separating this out to the cash stuffing amounts. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I'm gonna do it on the back. And so it's easier to just, yeah. I'm gonna do it on the back of it because I don't really want to waste a whole lot of paper. So I'm gonna start setting it up back here. I'm gonna go with my purple pen to start. So we're just gonna label this cash stuffing. So I'm gonna write out all of the categories here real quick while I go through. And again, I have cheat sheets over there, so if I keep reaching over there, looking over there, that's what they're for. So I'm gonna just speed past this so I can just label everything and get it done. So So now that I got all of that written out, I'm gonna go ahead and make a line. I'm gonna write all of the amounts. They'll be all in one place for me. So the allowances and me and my husband's like gas money and just basic allowance for anything we want to spend, house shit or house stuff, whatever you want to say. It's just, you know, food, toilet paper, anything we need to buy for the house or the baby. And savings is anything else. So anything that we're not planning on spending this month is gonna go here. So let's say my son is gonna need some summer clothes and toys and stuff. That'll go here. I'll have a better breakdown when I know how much I'm gonna be able to put into that. So I'll know where to put it. And same with this one. This one's the same each week. It's 120. We each get 60. I'm going down since I'm only working 4 days a week, sorry. So I'm going down to 60. My husband's always been at 60. So I'm gonna just flip back and forth, write down all the amounts and stuff. I'm gonna round up on some of them, like that one I'll probably just do 640, stuff like that. So mortgage will be 640. Internet is always 60. This one's always 320. That one I'm gonna leave at 298. Next credit card is 420. 68. And then my Chase card is one of these ones, so I'm gonna put 0 here. And I might add some to that just so I can pay off some of the balance. We'll see what the numbers look like when I get a little bit further in the process. Capital One will be 450. And then Apple is 400. Care Credit is 31. Now what I do for the buffer, and what I'm gonna do, this is my first month starting cash stuffing again, so I wanna start on certain things to make it easier. So I'm gonna add all of these up. Plus 320, plus 298, plus 420, plus 68, plus 450, plus 400, plus 31. That gives us our 2687. Now that should equal, yeah, it's fairly close to what our number here was. I just rounded up on a couple of them. So we got 2687. So we're gonna do minus plus 27 there. So we'll put $13 in the buffer, leaving us at 2,700 here in general. Still don't know why I thought 3,000. Maybe I'll have to double check. But I think that's all of them. All right, so with that being said, now I can move on to how much we will have left after that. And this is $120 per week, so I forgot. Times, and that has to be 5 weeks, so that's gonna be 600 total. So plus the 2,700. So we're at 3,300. I got enough there. So we had 4,360 to work with. So I'm gonna write 4,350. I'm always rounding down. So we have, after this point, because these are all non-negotiable things, where's the button? There it is. Plus 4,350. So we have $1,050 left. So the house stuff, I'm gonna put I'm gonna say 120 times 5 weeks, $600. This is how I meant to write that one. I'm just not good. So then, what was it? So 4350 minus 2700 minus 1200. So we have 450, give or take, to put into savings this month. So with that being said, I'm gonna allocate that very specifically, and I think I might do 400 in savings and put 50 here, making this 2750. So yeah, so we'll do that. And then I might even just make that 60, go 2800, and make this 350. I don't really need or want to be saving that much yet. So with that being said, I'm gonna get into my savings down here. I'm gonna write out my categories. So okay, so I have 350 to allocate. Now I want to see what all of this adds up to weekly, so I can kind of manage my money here. So weekly, I have $870 to work with. So I'm gonna add up all of this stuff minus the savings and see how much I have left per week to work on, because these are gonna be weekly, and then I'm gonna put a weekly one over here as well. So 2,800 plus 1,200. It's $4,000. Good God. So that leaves us dividing by 5 at $800. So we have $70 a week to work with. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So we have $70 a week. Put a little line here. And this has to equal 70 here. So challenges, I don't have any technical challenges right now going. But let me see here. Got my savings binder here. And yes, I wrote on them with Sharpie. I don't care. A $1 challenge and a leftover challenge, which technically are not started yet. So I think what I'll do is I'll wait on this one until after the first week. Because that way any ones that I have and any leftover money like in my allowance will go in here and stuff like that. I think I'll do 25, 25, and 20. So that should make it where I've got everything I need. Now, something I haven't accounted into this yet is door dashing. Because I'm off work, for an extended period of time. I will be door dashing to help kind of just make up some of my income. So I'll be adding that as I do it, since that isn't a stable form of income. Because I want to just allow myself to not have to worry about making enough doing that or not, and make sure that when I make bare minimum is going to cover what I need it to. So with all of that said, I'm going to go ahead and do the math and get all of these down to their weekly amounts, and then tally everything up, make sure the math is mathing. So I know this one is going to be $70 per week, 120 and 120. The rest of these, some of them I might know, but the other ones I will not. So on 640 divided by, I think we were going to do 5 weeks. So 128. And then 60 divided by 5, I think. That's 12. Okay. 320 divided by 5. 64. 298 divided by 5 is 60. And I'm going to round up on them as well. So I might adjust the buffer just a couple dollars here and there, which is why I have it in there. So 420 divided by 5 is 84. 68 divided by 5 is 14. That one's 10. That one's an easy math. 450 divided by 5 is 90. And then 400 divided by 5 is 80. And 31 divided by 5 is 7. So I'm going to tally these up and make sure they equal 2,800. Or not 2,800. My God. 2,800 divided by 5. They need to equal 560. That seems low. I'm gonna put a question mark because my math might not be mathing, but we'll see. 128 plus 12 plus 64 plus 60 plus 84 plus 14 plus 10 plus 90 plus 80 plus 7, 549. So that minus 560, our buffer each week, what? Okay, whatever. 128 plus 12. All right, I'm skipping through this part. 60. $549. So we'll put $11 a week into my buffer, which will end up at what, 55 at the end of the month. So this is what we're looking at. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a little table over here for the denominations that I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we'll fill out my little bank slip that I'm going to need. Alright, so that should be fine. 1, 5, 10, 20. So I'm gonna split this one in half. 1, 5, 10, 20, 50. And I'm just gonna leave it there. So, yeah. Okay. 1, 5, 10, 20, 50. I'm not gonna do 100 even though I could here because honestly I don't really want to. So I'm just gonna do it in order. So this one will be up here, this one will be here, this one will be here, essentially. So we'll need 3 ones, a 5, a 20, and 2 50s. And then I'm gonna use this one as a total line. And then 2 ones and a 10. And 4 ones, and a 10, and a 50. And then a 10 and a 50. And then 50, 20, so 80, and then 4, and 4, 10, 10, 90 is 1, and then 2, and then 1, 80, 2, 5, 2 ones, my god, and a 5, 1, 1, and a 10. And then allowances, it's always in 20s. So 6, and 6, I did that wrong, and then 70. So down here I'm going to use these numbers to do those denominations. So 3 20s and 3 20s, 2 5s. So now I'm going to go through and tally all of these up, then see how much and make sure it's all adding up. So we got 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 should be 20. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. That one was easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 8 10s, 20s, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then 50s is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just gonna quickly double check. So here, so 50 times 7 is 350. 20 times 20 is 400. 8 times 10 is 80. 4 times 5 is 20. 20. I don't know if that's actually correct. Like if I'm actually doing that right. We'll see. So 350 plus 400 plus 80 plus 20 plus 20. Hey, so I did it right. Okay. So those are my cash stacking amounts. So I'm gonna go through and write it down here. So we have 20, 4, 8, 20, 7, and 0. Total balance is 870. So this will get me through the first week. Most of what's gonna change is gonna be down here in the savings. I'm thinking about starting a challenge, like a random number generator thing. If you guys have any suggestions on this video or my next one on other challenges I can do. The amount of 70 probably won't change, but the denominations and how I split it up probably will. For my son, it's gonna be basically just buying him whatever he needs. buying him clothes, toys, food, formula, whatever it is that we may need. For our house, we need to replace our roof, so we're looking into refinancing if we want to get somebody to hopefully not need to do as much there. And then my husband needs a new truck. He's driving in 2006 and it's on its last legs. So that those two are not really like high priority, like we need it right now, but I do want to start saving up for those things. Challenges is just for me personally out of my allowances, which is also why it's going to change. Because let's say I don't spend all of my money in a week, I'm going to put whatever is left over out of my wallet into these challenges. That's where the $1 and the leftover challenges are from. So roughly right now we're looking at this for our cash stuffing, and I hope to get that posted probably in a week and a half, maybe. I don't know. I have to wait till I get the money, obviously, which is the end of next week. So I'm hoping that I'm able to organize everything, get it all set up. I'm gonna organize my binders and get all that set up first, and then we'll go through with this. But yeah, so I just got all my budget down for the month of, I'm gonna call it April, since March is already dealt with. So we have that dealt with now. So now that that's all done, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.